Good morning, everybody. Andre with Eagle Express. Today's June 13th, 8:40 a.m., and I'm heading out to Sandpoint, Idaho, which is like 80-ish miles from my house, for a pickup, and then it delivers to Seattle, probably the airport, because they needed a TSA driver on this. And I didn't really want to go today, but I figured, hey, if they pay a good rate, then I'll go. So they're paying, I told them $900 just because they need a TSA. Who else is going to be in Sandpoint, Idaho, waiting for something to pop up over there? Nobody. They come back with $700, and I'm like, no, I don't want to do it, because my brother-in-law is supposedly supposed to come today. He was gonna, and I was gonna help him put up wall forms for the shop. So I was gonna stay home, but then I'm like, well, if they pay the $9, then I'll go for $9. I'll go for $9. Otherwise, I'll just stay, because on Monday we're planning to pour concrete for the walls in the afternoon on Monday. So we'll see how that goes. Beautiful weather. Finally, we're into the summer months, but it's kind of like, it's weird weather here. Yesterday was 70, today's 80, and then we're dropping down to like 60s, I think, for over the weekend, which is a little weird. Kind of a cold front from out of who knows where. Already had a brush fire yesterday. No, was it yesterday? I think it was the day before. The day before, I think. Yeah, it was, I don't know how many acres burned. 100 acres in the, across the freeway from the airport. Not sure how many houses burned down, but there's some people lost their homes. Sucks, but already, I mean, we're just in the middle of June, not even quite in the middle of June, and we're already having fires. It's kind of insane. That's kind of what you get out here when you're in the middle of Washington. There's a lot of brush fires like Twisp, Okanagan area, all the way out there. Like Wenatchee areas, all the way out there. All those things. It's just, in the summertime, there's just no rain, so that's why we could have a whole summer of 3 months, 4 months, and not have a single drop of rain. Can you guys believe that? Once this is all, if it's gonna go 80 degrees, I'm sure in about a week this is all gonna be yellow. It's all gonna turn yellow. Maybe 2 weeks max, and everything is gonna be yellow everywhere. Let's go get that pickup done. I'm kind of eager to see what it is, where it's going. Sometimes it's going out of, whenever you need TSA stuff, it's usually going out of the country. It's usually something interesting. So hopefully we'll have an interesting one today. This is Sandpoint, Idaho. We come here to go to the beach a lot of times. It's just like, I don't know, an hour and a half now from my house now. Used to be when I was in town a little closer, like an hour drive, 45 minutes, depending on traffic and stuff. So, pretty place. A lot of little resort areas. Public beach right there. Right there, you can see part of it, and it just kind of wraps around this island here. Got a marina and everything, so yeah. A lot of volleyball nets, tennis courts, things like that. So if you guys want to come on vacation or come for the day, you guys are welcome to come to Lake Pend Oreille out here and do your little vacationing, your getaways. Used to be a sushi place over here. I don't know what's left over there, but Kind of a cool place to go eat with the views. Where is this place? Lighthouse Ranch, I guess. Ranch. And then...
Your destination is on the left.
I don't know. Timber Sled. I've been to Timber Sled before. I don't think this is Timber Sled, though. What in the world? I gotta go find out where this is picking up from exactly. Looks like I'm here somewhere. Not somewhere, but it looks like I'm here. Just gotta figure out where the little shipping area is. I think probably over there. Because it looks like, to me it looks like they don't even have a ramp, so I don't know how this is going to get loaded. Got straps across, strapped this way so it's not flying anywhere. These are 2 pieces and kind of tall, but hey, that's why you have a tall van. Here's a perfect example again for you guys why you want to have a long van and a tall van, so you can fit, you know, 2 pallets in and then have a full-size bed still that you can put down and use and still have half your van for your use, not just for the freight use. So it makes sense to me. If you think it makes sense to you as well, throw a comment in the comments section to let me know what you guys think. You know, it's kind of like, you know, moving into a place with a really tiny bedroom and then, you know, not even be able to sleep in your bedroom because you have so much of your other stuff in there. Or work-wise, you know, if you have a full office in your bedroom and you don't even have a place to sleep, that's not good. So sleep is part of it. Second part of it is your stuff. Third part of it is, the main part is, so you can actually fit, you know, even 4 pallets, even 4 48 by 48 pallets in the van. That's what this one does. So I'll go send them pictures of the loaded freight strapped in and all that good stuff, and then we'll be on my way. I think I'm gonna head home, stay home for until evening time, and then leave in the evening time because it's only 10:50 right now. And there's no point to go and do what, you know what I mean? If I'm driving by through home anyways to get to delivery, why would I go so early and just what, hang out in the Seattle area? Don't want to if I don't have to. 71 out today, and it's supposed to get a little bit colder for the weekend and stuff. It's already Thursday. Tomorrow I didn't even look, but anyways, the weather's really, I mean, it's good fishing weather, good maybe lay around on the beach weather, you know, when it hits 75 or close to 80 degrees. But this water here is nowhere near, we still have, I don't know, you can't see it, but back there, those mountains, there's still some snow up on the very top. So snow's still melting, water still, cold water still coming in here, and this is all mountain water. So you guys got to understand that this place, even in the summertime, is not that warm. Probably whatever your coldest ocean gets out there in Florida in the wintertime, even northern Florida, that's the hottest as it ever gets over here. I don't even know exactly what the, maybe somebody does keep track. You see fishing, keep track of the, maybe somebody keeps track of the water temperature, but I mean, you dive in there anywhere past 4 feet and that's it. In the summertime, it is like bone chilling cold down there. Clear, water's clear. It's a clean lake out here, but it's really deep at times. When you go around a couple corners, it's a decent sized lake, Lake Ponderay. You guys can Google it. They even do submarine testing out here on the smaller submarines. So it gives you an idea of the size of the lake and the depth of it. Back then, this was like 20 years ago or maybe 25 years ago, my uncle was saying that they don't even know. Maybe back then they didn't know, maybe now they don't know everything, but back then, about 20-25 years ago, they didn't even know how deep this lake was because it was so deep at times. So I don't know if that's true, rumors or not, but hey, it is deep. Stopped by home and I'll show you guys the progress here. Footings were in, and today my brother-in-law, actually when I was doubting about doing something else, put up the foundation walls. So hopefully everything goes according to plan, which it should. Shouldn't be any kind of issues or anything. We're going to be pouring concrete for the walls on Monday afternoon. So, well, maybe I'll show you guys some progress on that. I don't know. For me, I think it'd just be boring even if I did like a time lapse of it. But I don't know. It's just something new to me. Something exciting for me. If it's not exciting for you guys, I'm sorry. I try not to bore you too much with it. But on the on the opposite of it, I think that it could be something beneficial in the future. Maybe for some drivers, I don't know, we'll see. I'm thinking about maybe doing some, not to a huge degree, but maybe if my boys want to do it in the future, maybe me myself, if I want to help some guys out, maybe do a little bit of service work in there. I'm not sure if it's profitable, if it's worth it. I'll have to see, maybe some light things like, oil changes, maybe some heater installs, maybe build some, if somebody wants to insulate their vans, maybe if somebody wants to me to build beds for them, kind of like what I have, or maybe a different style. Maybe I can come up with some new styles if somebody else wants, a different type of style of a bed. A lot of people join up or like installing a roof vent for people. There's a lot of drivers who just don't know how to do that. And when you go to a bigger shop, they're going to take your van for who knows how long, a week, or hopefully not a week, but you know what I mean, it'll be in there for a couple days. Well, here, if I'm around, it won't be a couple days. It will just be a few hour install and you're done and you're on your way. Same thing with the diesel heaters, it's not difficult to get them installed. And when people really don't have the tools to do it, by the time you go buy a drill, hole saw kit, and everything else, and maybe kind of got to be just a little bit of a tool savvy and not afraid to get your hands dirty. I told a lot of drivers, and I've told them, hey, refer looking on YouTube. It's got a lot of information on there on how to put them in. Sometimes people put them under the passenger seat over here and it blows that way. You could do it that way, but I use it for storage on my van. I got, bags for trash in there. I've got, like napkins in there, towels in there. I've got Kleenex in there, or I'm not Kleenex, but like window wipes and, all sorts of things that can fit in there. Gloves in there, all kinds of things. So I like to use that part for storage. If you don't need it for storage and you're using something else, then it's possible to install it on that side. I like to install it behind me because you're really close to where the actual line comes out from the tank. I'm talking on a Sprinter anyway. On a diesel Sprinter, it's easier for me to put it in because you don't have to drag too many lines all the way from the passenger side under the van, vibration, things in the road, whatever, things can happen, can rip up that line, the diesel line, and it's not good if it starts spraying on the exhaust when it's hot and it's summertime. I mean, you never know. Things can happen. I just don't like putting it on that side, just in case of friction and it starts leaking, or you know, you run something over in the road, something comes flying at you, it gets caught, then all of a sudden your van's on fire while you're driving. I mean, come on. Nobody wants any of those kind of problems. So I do it the easiest way, is right behind the driver's seat and put it in there right up against the wall. That way you still can use the full loading floor space and still have a heater. And these heaters, man, I tell you what, they do a good job. I mean, full blast. Here's what I've been in, the worst kind of situation I've been with an uninsulated van. Uninsulated, the silver van before this. Yeah, the silver van before this van, it had windows in it and it was not insulated. And I had a 5 kilowatt heater in there, and I went in minus 24 Fahrenheit. Minus 24 in Montana is the coldest I've been. And in that minus 24, it was pretty cold. Me and the wife went. My wife decided to go with me on that load, and we were on that bed, I don't remember if we had coats on. We didn't have coats on, but we sure had sweaters on and hoods on, and we were under all the blankets I had in here. So it can definitely get a bit cold when you're in the minuses. Minus 24 is pretty cold. So, I mean, at minus 24, even your diesel lines can freeze up. So you got to be careful. But hey, you know, once you have a heater in, it's easy. And that van was, you know, on that one, it didn't really have this. An insulated van, you don't really need as much heat. I'm telling you, it keeps in here. And a lot of times, even at like 45-ish, 50 degrees, you don't need it. It might seem like it's cold, but if it's an insulated van, you're under a blanket, you're under a decent bed, you don't have to have a heater on. It's always nicer to have it on. That way you just lay down in your t-shirt and pretty much don't even have to cover yourself, and you can turn that thing on and it's good. It's just like sleeping in the house. But if it's a comfort thing for a driver, then I understand, yeah. You could definitely have to, you know, be under a blanket or whatever. But just thoughts for the future. I don't know, you know. I'm building that shop. I don't even really have concrete, solid plans of exactly what will be happening in there. I was just, you know, we do need something for storage, no matter how you look at it. But at the same time, I'm thinking maybe, you know, maybe if it's worthwhile for me to maybe, you know, do some installs for vans, for expedited drivers, do some van setups. If somebody would be interested. If you guys are interested in that, you let me know. If you're interested in getting it insulated, if you're interested in getting a bed built out, if you're interested, you know, in getting a roof fan put in, things like that, just a necessity, you know, the regular things that people need in there, then let me know, you know. Like an inverter, you know, some people don't even have any kind of an idea of what an inverter is needed for. Inverter can run your microwave, inverter can run your TV, inverter can run a fridge in your van, you know, all those kind of things. So there's definitely a lot of things you can do to set yourself up to be comfortable in your van. And I know there's one guy that likes to comment Motel 6, so go ahead and do that now. Comment Motel 6. But for everybody else, whoever's interested, let me know. And, you know, maybe it's something that I'll think about and could possibly help you guys out with in the near futures. You know, one time I went through the drive-thru as well with the boat, and it didn't go as well as it is going for this guy. I had to back all the way out. Let's see if my friend is here. There's somebody that always asks, do you have a YouTube channel? I let her hold the camera one time. They all said hi, so I don't know if it's the same person here or not. We'll see. We're here just looking for a place to sleep. We just want to park somewhere somewhat quiet. I'm going to sleep right at the airport here. FedEx over here, and then Sky Chefs right here. What these guys do is these guys are the ones who put the meals on the planes. Even though my thing is closed, there's still a bunch of people working everywhere. I can't get unloaded right away or right now, but what is it, 12:50? So 1 a.m. Maybe we could park somewhere between these trucks, no? I think too busy over here. There we go. In the beginning of where everybody is. I've unloaded like pretty much at all these places. A FedEx. I've unloaded right there. In that building before. I don't know which one that is. Maybe UPS, I think. DHL used to be right there. Oh yeah, still sign right there. So good night. Oh, you can't see me. Good night to me, and talk to you guys in the morning once we unload the stuff. The hustle is on. People are getting loaded. I'm about to get unloaded hopefully soon. So freight made it nice and sound. I slept right over there by the white truck, so we are all good per se. Hopefully they'll be. I already checked in. They already got all my info and everything else in there, so hopefully it'll be. Oh. Out of here. Very familiar place out here for most people. For a lot of drivers anyways, even if you don't live over here. on the West Coast. That's it. Pretty quick. I was unloaded in like 20 minutes. Within 20 minutes, there was a guy in front of me with a flatbed, so they were taking care of him first, and then I was next, and the check-in process went well, and all I had to do was just sign one piece of paper, and that was it. So nice and easy. There goes my clipboard. Nice and easy that was, and nothing to it. I'm debating whether I should just go home, whether I should just wait. I don't know. Maybe to get something towards home, or maybe I should just go have some breakfast and still think about it. I don't know. I don't know, guys. You tell me. What do you guys think? Should I go have breakfast at Denny's, get some coffee, look at what they have, get some bacon, and think about it? Or should I just go home? From my experience lately, especially over the past almost 2 years, it's been tough to really get something going towards our direction anyways. There's just drivers out here who are so desperate that they'll go to Spokane for $300 and just drive here empty back here, and are happy to make maybe $200 after they're done paying for fuel. I don't know. I'm gonna go consult with my dispatch and see if there's if anything has been out yet. Probably not yet, because West Coast wakes up around 8 o'clock, and then and from that Pacific time. East Coast obviously is 8 Eastern time. Some people think, oh yeah, well, before COVID used to happen, I mean, heck, there were even loads being posted at like 5 in the morning Eastern, 6 in the morning Eastern. Not no more. There's planes taking off. Look at that. What would you guys do without me? If I wasn't here with this channel, what would you guys do without me? You wouldn't even get to see this part. Yeah. Uh-oh, fire and rescue. Hopefully nothing happened. Uh-oh. Look at that, Alaska. Pretty big terminal for Alaska. I know you're gonna say you've seen bigger and better. Okay, I'm gonna go look up where a breakfast place is. Maybe go have some breakfast real quick. Sit down, think about it, get some coffee, open my eyes, then figure it out if it's worth it or not. Ladies and gents, I did give them a good chance to use me if they needed to. But there was a couple loads. There was one on Cortes to Portland. We kind of bid it a little higher because it wasn't worth it any other way. It's like almost 90 miles from where I'm at just to pick up, and then all that driving to Portland, and then from Portland empty back. So it had to pay, otherwise it's not worth it. So they didn't give it to us anyways. They said they covered it for like $500. I said, hey, you know what? It's okay if somebody went for $500. They can have it. They can go, and I'm not gonna cry over it. That's totally fine with me. So all good there. Not even worried about it. Not even worried about it. I wouldn't do it for 5. Maybe I'd do it for like 7, maybe, but not for $500. It's okay. This one paid well, even though the pickup was like 80 miles from home, and then another, I don't know what that would have been, almost 400 miles to delivery. Anyway, and then 300 miles back, like 270 back for me to my home. So in the end, it paid what did we pay? I gotta go look at it. $850, I think we charged them, or $950. $950? I'm gonna look just so I don't lie, so I'm not lying to you. Give me a minute. Just check so I'm not lying to anybody. He paid $900. So for $900, I think that's a super rate. It did need
In a
TSA.
quarter mile, turn right.
You know, a TSA driver. So they got their TSA driver. Wonder where this dollar store is. Looking for the dollar store just so I can go in there, get a few. Okay, on the other side. I knew it was around here somewhere. Want to go to the dollar store just so I can get some drinks. They're a lot cheaper to buy at the dollar store. LA Fitness right here, just down the, a couple miles from the airport. So if anybody's, looking to pass time, LA Fitness is one of the good places to actually do that, to get fit, pass your time. That way you're not so bored and thinking what to do with myself and so on and so forth. It's better that way. If you're passing time, not being bored, and your mind is not taking over, you being in a bad spot mentally because, the loads are slow or you've had some downtime here and there. Yeah, if it was busy, believe me, when it was COVID, post-COVID, and it was busy, even then people wanted, they were making really, really good money, 6 figures, easily, and they were so busy that they were almost squealing, like, hey, I need some time, stop it, can we take it easy,
Take the next right.
But we were just
arrive at your destination.
We were just trying to make that money, and where's this Dollar Tree? Oh, right here, okay. So we were just trying to make as much money as we could, because we didn't know how long the hype was going to last. It lasted a couple years. So all the drivers that did well back then, that was the hype. That was the time where you could make some money. And that hype is unfortunately over, It's kind of survival time right now. So, but hey, we'll beat even that. The strong will survive. The true guys that actually, love driving, not just do it for the money or, for other reasons to stay away from home or something like that, but the actual true drivers that love to drive, they're going to drive no matter what the rates are, no matter how, good or how slow it is at times. I'm not saying that that's a good thing, but the guys that really truly love this, the people that would tell you, hey man, I don't care, whatever it pays, it's going to get better, and I'm just going to keep doing it because I love my job. I love it, so I'm going to keep doing it. Entrepreneurs that start their business and love the business, truly believe in what they do. A lot of people work lots of years, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years in the minuses and go into big debts because they believe in their product, they want to push it, they believe in their business. For some it works out, for some it does not work out. So this is kind of the same thing. If you're having a hard time, mentally doing this and you can't do OTR, over the road, be on the road, away from home, this job is not for you. It's just not. If you're attached to like family, kids, I understand it's not for everybody. It's definitely not, because if it would be for everybody would be doing it. But some people try it. Some people think they could do it. Sometimes it takes a while to settle in, but eventually, if it settles in, then I'm not trying to be the bad person bringing you bad news. I'm trying to tell the new driver, if you're trying to start this business and go into working for yourself, so that you understand everything, even the bad things. As long as you know the bad things, the good things will, speak for themselves. But as long as you know the bad and you're prepared for the bad, then that means nobody hid anything from you, and you have a good chance of making it if you've heard of the bad, process the bad, and can deal with the bad. But if you've never heard of it and you say, man, Andre, I invested my life savings into a van, dropped everything, quit a good job, and now all of a sudden I'm dealing with this, how come you never mentioned that? I just don't want to be the type of guy that you're going to tell me, hey man, you're at fault for me losing, my life savings, and I had to sell my van and lose money and this and that. Now I can't get a job, and things like that. I don't want to be that guy, but hey, I'm gonna head to the dollar store. It's right over there somewhere, right behind me. Grab a couple drinks, maybe a couple quick snacks for the road. Head home. It's a 4-hour drive for me, and then I'm back. And it's Friday. It's the weekend, so I know a lot of people want to do local, and local is tough. Out here, I manage somehow to maybe get a load once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks out here. The rest is me working in the office. So just so you guys know, a lot of people might think, oh man, he's putting out a lot of videos, and he's staying busy in that slow area. I can do this local thing everywhere myself, no matter where I live. Guys, that's not the case. My van is paid off. My insurance is pretty cheap. $400 a month is what it comes out for my van, for this particular van. Some drivers are cheaper, or not cheaper, but just a little bit more because of their age and other things, depending on the value of the vehicle, and I don't know what else, credit history and other things that they take into account. But if I had bills for the van, and if I had bills for insurance, I pay my insurance 1 year in advance. Same with if the driver comes along on the insurance, then I pay it for the whole year in advance. We don't do monthly payments. That's how we get the good deal. So no van payment, insurance gets paid right away, and the less bills you have at home, if you don't have a mortgage and other things, that helps a lot too. That helps you survive. If my bills were huge, I definitely would not survive. Just telling you guys, because if you do like a $900 payment for the van, plus insurance, plus home bills, man, I don't know how you're gonna survive, especially doing local. There's no way you're gonna survive doing local. It's even impossible. Even if you do two loads, 3 loads a day for $200-300, it's not possible to make that money, enough money to even cover your expenses. So, not to be the bad guy telling you the bad news, is just telling you guys the truth of how it is. This lady trying to do what? Trying to say hello? Trying to park? Yeah, she's trying to park. I took up 2 spots. The parking lots are, see how they're drawn out? And I just went straight in, so I parked a little funky. You guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. It is what it is. It's not the greatest time to be joining and doing this and everything else, but hey, we're still here. We're going to survive. At least we're not dealing with worse things like, war. A lot of people are dealing with that. A lot of people are dealing with, other struggles and things like that. So as long as there's still peace in this country. Look at this guy. What is he doing? Are they together? What are they doing? This is funny. Is he waiting for her, or what is he doing? That's some funny people. Maybe they're trying to park. Maybe they're learning how to park. I'm not sure. God bless you guys. Take care. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, do so. Throw a comment. Throw a like if you like it. And if you don't, you don't, then you don't. There's other channels to watch. Take care. Be blessed.